pushes mid every round. Now, we've seen him do that on a multitude of agents, be it an Omen, be it a Jet. He does it on a breach. He's doing it on a breach. I didn't even get to say what I was going to say. He's doing it on a breach.
Oh my god, nice little angle to play with there for Mixwell. He's even going back to the site, playing this ranged angle. Mid's going to be fought for a little bit, but they're giving up A completely. I mean, there's no way that G2 can maintain control of this. Not when you've got AvovA sitting over there behind the smoke. He gets, like, as soon as he's smoked off, you're running this clock way down. Unless Hoodie's thinking of something a little different, but he's only clearing the catwalk. It's okay.
This is the battle. Something we'll see quite regularly, I imagine. Shao doing incredible work just to bring this back into a 4v4 scenario, and Angel even going to peek with him still, though. Hoodie actually gets away with it, managing to put the advantage back in their favor, and while nukkye finding the man at the back of the site, it makes things impossible. They're surrounded completely. Solid retake coming out from G2, and it will be the first round going in their favor.
Yeah, solid recon, a human recon, I suppose, in the form of nukkye. Just blast packs his way into sight.
Different agents that he could play. I wouldn't have been surprised by a KO, because you hit him with that, you remove his ability to escape. And then it just comes down to who's connecting the shots. And especially with the combination of slows, it can become quite difficult if you don't have the rendezvous anymore. But instead, he's opted to try and face off with that breach after playing the double duelist last time. I do feel like part of Angel's game is almost just make his team impossible to read by having, like, it was always the way they played, like having a multitude of different comps. In this round, though, they have actually forced Mitch, so they're going to try and win this round.
Oh yeah, they're coming in confident, but it hasn't worked out to start with. Good connection by Zyppan, but AvovA's taking him down right afterwards from the back of the site. And he's still tucked away here, alive and healthy, ready to take the rest of these players down. Second found for G.
Because of G2's stance and the fact that they almost have to play aggressively a lot of the time, there is possibilities, I guess, that you might have been able to catch them with, say, a B main push or something else elsewhere on the map, and thus there would have been quite a bit of space.
I did look at FPX's round here. They're using a lot of utility to push these players out of mid to try and boombots meet. Yeah, but they're not getting any of these deals that, again, they're looking for. I think they want G2 to maybe start peeking out, giving them some angles, but G2 are playing reactive off each other, right? As soon as one player gets contact, you've got the other swinging in to take those fights. It's the way to deal with these pistol rounds. If you try to play a little bit more proactive and take some ranged duels, you're almost playing into the hands of what your opponents want you to do.
Well, they have information that there's players around these angles. Of course, Mixwell has that quick escape mechanic, and this crossfire in mid is just filth. He will eventually just leave the remaining players to try and battle, and well, I'd be surprised if there's any sort of kill here. In fact, nukkye just farming up those ultimate orbs. He's now one away from...
There you go, yeah. Each just sitting the one away. Obviously, Mixwell having a slightly lower cap to play with.
They're going for it. They've already got the orb. They went for it almost instantly, so, and he's just going to be able to retreat all the way back, make sure that if there was any counter. So that is massive for Mixwell, and a huge boost for them going into this round. Again, an incredibly fast-paced take into mid. I have noted that so far it has not been Angel taking the control into ropes, which I will say I'm quite thankful for. Still, though, nukkye actually gets out, and because of that kill, as mentioned, he has the showstopper, almost manages to close out another as well, and he's got teammates to trade him back. Angel still surviving, makes it competitive, but a bonus round, well, if anything, shouldn't be competitive.
That's it. You know, if anything, G2 are favored right now. You know, they've got a lot of control, a lot of angles that FPX need to clear. And with 50 seconds left, they don't really have the time to do that. They've got to take some risks and go into angles that they won't be able to clear efficiently. But luckily, those risks are taken in the right places. They're walking through B, clearing out in heaven, walking in and hoping that if they do meet anyone, they'll be able to take them down and get this spike planted in time. And luckily for them, that seems to be the case.
30 seconds left.
Look at the utility, though, for G2. They have a full belt on both AvovA and Meddo. so that they have basically everything they could need to clear every single angle. They could hold players back with the smokes, and you still have a Molotov and an Aftershock to try and clear some of these positions. Like, although, again, the Afterplant gives a winnable position, I don't think they'll be expecting this much utility to still be standing. And, well, you can see they're going to start trying to hit from multitude of different angles, and it's going to be a lot needed for success here from FPX.
I'm surprised with this many players alive and this much utility that they split up like this, that they take all these individual routes through, but they've cleared quite a bit now as they look to move to the site. They've smoked off spawn already. Angel gonna be playing on the edge of that, flash in hand, ready to pop, but he's mollied out and taken down. SUYGETSU still putting up a good fight. Here comes the swing, but Mixwell a little bit too fast. He gets there just in time. I think that defuse is theirs.
Ooh, it's close, but they will get it. A Rolling Thunder. I don't know if it'd be used here because of the weapons, but maybe FPX can find something with it.
Yeah, honestly, if you show me Ghosts, Frenzies coming into this round, I probably think you're going to use the Rolling Thunder. But when they buy all Sheriffs like this, it doesn't seem too likely unless they get a big advantage in the next couple seconds. And as you can see, these two... Oh, there we go! Zyppan's caught him! I don't know, nukkye was jumping around, maybe? Was he on the ropes? No, he was way back. That rifle's gone. That was a big risk for... I mean, I'm not sure how much you were going to get out of that in the best case scenario. FPX now sit back and they'll try to work this little bit of control they've gained in towards they have.
I know exactly where you are.
They really don't want to allow them to have ropes control. It's been the brawl of the map. I can understand it because it's something that a lot of teams end up giving FPX for free, and that's always a danger in itself. Mixwell not even going to escape. He's going to go back for a little bit more. There's the rifle down. He'll get stunned up, but has a teammate ready and waiting to counter in response.
Good wall up, though. Stops anybody from peeking out from spawn. Means FPX, even though they're stunned, they're able to keep up this aggression towards the site.
Okay.
And in this position, then the Rolling Thunder comes through. It hasn't managed to stun up Mixwell, though. He's still watching the cross. Cage goes down, blocks it off. Do they know that Meddo's here? Going to be clearing out the site and looking for a player. The time's a big issue. 20 seconds left. Good shot by Shao, but that's all this round amounts to. A couple of kills for FPX.
In terms of obliterating his finances is an incredible spot to be in, and he can now start to almost dominate other aspects of map control. Like just a deep push to start with, but it's almost like the perfect aspect, especially someone who came from like an old school CS background. Like he can basically play that rotational operator on multiple points of the map at once because of how quick he can move away. And with that opener, now everybody just looks to slow things down. They've also got the traps waiting, so if anybody makes that move forward, the information will be there, just like you would with your Cypher trips. And ultimately, those are things that FPX are just having to destroy along the way.
It's just these little hurdles to jump over. Feed the information to G2 as they move. You see, G2 are very comfortable at giving up this mid control from what we're seeing. I'm not saying I haven't seen it before. I don't think I've seen it done successfully before, dude, to a point that I liked it. For me, it's always been like, you've got to make them pay for that mid control. With 35 seconds left, here comes the crunch. G2 have more players than expected here. Hoodie up top is a prime example of that. Now AvovA looking to step up even more, and this man just keeps on delivering.
You've given it for free, but you've almost got in the heads of your opponent that they have to take their time to check, pre-fire, clear all of these different spots. And, well, finally, I think FPX have just had enough and decided, okay, if you're going to continuously switch up your setup, we're going to fight you. Oh, I appreciate the attempt. But nukkye's gone down. AvovA, he's actually going to use his ultimate here, and because of the one way, he can't really peek back off of this. He has at least slowed them down.
The breaks, AvovA round the back, now making it a little bit more costly. But he goes down after just the one. Hoodie's trying to make his way through, but the timing is... That is ridiculous. The fact that Meddo goes down. Hoodie at least able to trade and then pulls Meddo back online. Man advantage to play with for G2. Again, that clock's not ticking too quickly. They've got plenty of time. Zyppan! Oh, he went in for the very...
He's at 1 HP.
Very close showstopper. It must have landed. And I guess he ran back into the corner, right? It lands in the doorway. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have made a difference, especially with Mixwell just finishing off the final couple of players. And again, dissipated. You've got Mixwell... Oh, well, you got 3 players only on 2 deaths currently on the side of G2.
Yeah, this is, oh my God, what a shot. It's not enough though, he's still alive and Hoody's now stepped in. Although he's tagged up, it's not going to take him down, but that is Angel has caught him down below. Zyppan's back online. That's a big res. Nukkye falling. G2, they've looked dominant so far, but FPX, they finally cracked the code. They figured it out here, and well, now this should be the first round of the board for the attacking side. Got full faith in that. No way they come back into this. That's another shot for Mixwell. This is getting a little bit scary, but luckily they've dealt with Meddo, and so his chances, well, they fade to what should be 0.
Yeah, they're going to know exactly where he is as well. Or they should do at least. Not really many positions he can fight from. Might be able to isolate a duel onto baddyG, but it's the other players that he has to worry about because it's a very open plant for them to play around. And for Mixwell, I think this is just the decision that it's not really worth it. SUYGETSU is watching for him. Oh, it's unlucky with the timing. It will be a first round for FPX. And I
walk out of there with something to your name, some form of information to play with. And that's exactly what they did. Now sitting at 7-1. Look, it's hard to be optimistic from this point, but we can certainly start to get behind FPX if they can chain rounds together. Because the problem, as we mentioned earlier, G2, they built up that cash. They built up their bank. They're able to buy after losing one round. They're able to buy after losing another. Like if they lose this one here, still have a convincing buy up, have ultis to play with and everything. Like their economy is absolutely healthy. So this is an uphill battle for FPX.
Ooh. They have good ults for this B execute. They could even use the From the Shadows to get into the back of sight after they've used this ultimate. Now, of course, there's the easy escape. And actually, Meddo, he sticks around and now he's got one of his own. He can delay the push completely. The whole point was that they needed to isolate one of the players. SUYGETSU has garnered a lot of space and comes out with 2. Information given over. And, well, the other side of the map is free, but they're still fighting.
Oh, yeah. At this point, you know, you come in with that confident of a game, you've got to back it up. Mixwell won't be able to catch anyone as he notices they've rotated, or have they? Because FPX, they faked it back. They pretended to go around, and here they go, walking out onto the site, and it's wide open.
Shadows traveling.
It's brilliant that you could use an ultimate, something you have to earn up with 7 ultimate orbs to basically do nothing. Like the whole point was to just fake out that you've teleported to the other side of the map. Mixwell, not in a bad position. He's read this well. An instant kill. The quick switch. Now giving them a chance back into a 2v2 scenario. And both players stuck towards the back of that site. Now, there is a molly to clear things, but Mixwell doesn't need it. He's trying to do this all alone. Still got AvovA alongside him and through. But there needs to be a trade, and it will be there. Incredible round from Mixwell. I don't know how, not only after being hit by the ult initially, but he comes back in a 2 versus 4 retake and finishes the job.
That's just cementing their lead. You look at FPX, their economy is now in the garbage. Lose this round, you're looking at double digits for G2. I'm starting to get very worried. You know, we said you can be slow to start, but this is taking it to the extreme.
Yeah, they need to break back almost instantly. If they lose this next round, all the finances are gone as well. And they also used quite a few ults in the last one, remember? So they're in a bad spot completely when it comes to the economics. Nice shot from Zyppan, though. Shutting down at least the initial danger, man. Flash is so good, though, and they even have the aftershock to clear it out. The man advantage lasts a matter of seconds, and now, well, they're 1 behind.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Moving back in towards the B site will be easy, though, because the rotates come through. G2 are gone. They're out of here. Obviously, you had Hoody rotating to pop the heal, but no one stayed behind to maintain control. So they're a little bit cautious as they move up through heaven, as they clear out these angles, even moving in towards screens with the same sort of caution. Oh, that timing. If AvovA swung.
Oh, he hits Zyppan. It's a little bit of revenge, I guess. The second player gets connected, and that actually gives him the ability to sort of shut down an initial plant. They don't expect Shao to still be here, and he makes this one look possible. SUYGETSU in a 1 versus 2. Meddo still on the corner. Nukkye's been spotted, but he peeks, and this man is so good at just predicting those angles. He's gonna land the final headshot. Wow, SUYGETSU's been
being the most repeatable. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, FPX, well, they've figured out the attack now. Now this is this could very well still be a 10-2 half.
Okay, I guess that's the new use for the stim.
Yeah.
Just if you're being wrecked by utility, just use it to escape.
Loosen up.
Nice shot from Zyppan again. He's opened up the last couple of rounds. Seems like he's come online to at least give them some opportunities here. Zyppan is slaughtering. And just 2 remain.
Last player standing.
Oh, nice attempt, but the shots are way too quickly connected.
And they're winning rounds without them. And then the ones that they use, it almost seems to hurt them in the end. Mixwell, again, just taking this aggressive position. This buy stinks for G2, especially considering it's the...
You will not kill my
What?
Oh, God, he just keeps doing it, man. I'm telling you, Mixwell with this headhunter. The fact that he can go aggressive and he's going to do it again. He's look, he's going wider and wider each time, and eventually he's going to get fed up.
He might legitimately be the best chamber I've seen. Like, and that sounds weird considering we've seen like Chronicle slaughtering on it the first few days, but like in these last couple of maps, he's just been unreal on it. And while Zyppan's a bit stuck, I don't think anybody could really challenge him at this stage, but ultimately it's just going to be used to take space. And well, that's not a bad job done. I'm not liking the look of that Bucky. I hope that nothing comes of it, but I guess when he's got a headhunter, he can have it for free.
Oh, the showstopper popped in blind. Nukkye goes down. The trades come in for FPX. Now looking to mount up this retake into the site. Mixwell is actually trying to Bucky these players, and he got exactly what he deserved. I am very glad about that. We end up in a 1v4 that ain't going any way but FPX. As they
solo site hold because of the paranoia and because of the one-ways. And then you've still got the likes of Angel and Shao just with so much delaying utility. So I still think there's a lot of potential on this defensive side.
Mixwell's looking for a chance. Oh, not gonna land. Zyppan up top, good for the kill. Remember, this round, super valuable for FPX. They need this pistol to even out the odds a little bit, right? Put G2 back on the back foot. Make sure that momentum doesn't build up on the attack. This is still going to be a split through mid, but look at the rotate through. Angel's ready with a flash. He doesn't even get a chance to use it. It doesn't matter. The Shao and Zyppan are too quick on the kills. And this 2v5 now, it should be impossible.
Yeah, especially without any mistakes. It needs some sort of miracle, and it seems like the information is just there at the moment for FPX. Will be Angel to close things out. And you know, Mitch, I got a question for you. I am gonna caveat that with saying I'd be gobsmacked if they did it again, but I don't think many people even predicted them at the beginning of the season making it anyway. He's so good with this gun.
He knows how to use it, man, and that's something that Mixwell's always been amazing at, looking at new mechanics and figuring out the max min of that mechanic. Not right there, but they got the trade.
Yes, it was calculated. Sometimes I genuinely believe the caster curse is real. Like, everything in my brain tells me it's not, and then you see something like that and you go, maybe. This round's a lot closer than it should have been. In fact, for a second it was looking winnable, but baddyG has put them in the dark. 4 kills in the round, necessary 4 kills.
Where are they going with it? A little bit of a mix
Bit
bag.
of both.
Well, you know, give Angel a rifle. I can believe in that. I can get behind that game plan pretty much any day of the week. We won't have an opportunity to use it just yet. One-way smoke on B main, FPX. Find this one nice and fast.
Trying to at least use some of those weapons at the closer battles, but ultimately this mid control is just to try and drag players over. Molly lineup gonna come through, but actually they're looking to re-aggress. This could be interesting. All the players actually going to be playing very, very close around the back of the wall, and although that's sort of isolated heaven, instead it's going to be nukkye, a chance to just line them up, and well, he's cleared them out. It's going to be 2 remaining to try and get something done, and Angel might just have to think about saving this rifle.
Yeah, I think that conversation should already be happening. No reason for SUYGETSU to do the same, really. He's going to be going forward looking to deal a bit of damage. Angel up in top. Sure, he can take a couple of these, see if he can make it costly. But really, he does not want to be going down.
This almost seems like one of those scenarios where it's like he wants a kill, and then after the kill, he'll probably just escape. But I feel like the trade-out is just not worth it. SUYGETSU does incredibly well, though. Bear in mind, it's fine for him to die to the spike here. Even just going down there actually earns him an extra ultimate orb, whatever. If he got a kill, that would have been fantastic. 9-6.
Ultis, you know, very far away. Most of the games we've had so far, you go 3 rounds into a half, someone's one away from a showstopper or something very impactful like a Blade Storm. But here we're going to have a much more chilled out early game. Honestly, if Mixwell challenges here one more time and catches somebody off guard, I'm going to lose my mind. He's done it every round. He's walked there with a headhunter, and every round there's someone jumping or with a boom bot or just generally disrespecting the fact that Mixwell will disrespect you.
This time he's not gotten away with it. That is his only weapon for the round, but it's not too much of a detriment, but he's not going to get out of there. A little bit too late, but luckily Zyppan has been able to find a trade. It's Mixwell, so I guess in terms of weaponry, not a whole lot lost. How can I get a lot of space?
You seen this guy use the headhunter? I don't know. I think that's the biggest kill.
Value-wise.
Yeah, credits-wise, nothing, but value. They've taken him down. They've taken down the big threat. Nukkye's walking in. Here we go. Nade in towards the spawn. Oh, I saw that headshot.
30 seconds
I
left.
saw it. It was a headshot, but through the box, not quite enough. Nukkye still alive.
Jesus.
His 4th kill of the round now secured. This man is on for a quiet ace. It's not a clutch. It's not a big play. He's just walking around, taking some fights, having a good time. AvovA will close this one out.
I'm not going to accept it. I've sort of put it to people before, like, is nukkye the most consistent star we've had since the very beginning of Valorant? And there's been a few suggestions here and there, like CNED definitely comes into the question, but I feel like nukkye has just been on top for so long, no matter what team it is.
There's on so many different teams, so many different agents as well. This guy is flexible as can be. And that's one of the beautiful things. But taking him off an aggressive duelist just seems to be unjustifiable. Early aggression coming out of FPX, it's yielded nothing. I mean, when you've got weaker weapons like this shirt, you're going to try your look at some of these B main peeks in with sheriffs and stuff, but we're seeing that that's yielding nothing. baddyG's getting up close. I don't know that they'll really expect this in a buy round, but because they've already seen weaker weapons, you're going to be not only thinking about him there with a sheriff, but a shorty or a bucky, as we see for Shao.
What? He got 3 from that? The collab managed to come through. How FPX won that round? Oh my god. If you're Mixwell, you're so mad. Like, that you got headshotted through your teammate. Like...
I can't believe baddyG got 3. The fact that he got 1 is still too much, to be honest. If he got 1, I would have went, oh, fair play. They checked.
Oh, there we go.
He still got it. That's a gamble. It's not paid off. G2 are rolling the dice here and finding nothing for it. Now they run through blind. A rolling thunder comes in, and that's going to ruin their day. Oh, man. They have just been destroyed. AvovA's going to try his best to pull it back. Great kill to start it off. But a 1v4 still remains, and it's way too much to ask. If that's what holds them back now and allows FPX to equalize up, at least to put it 10-9, that's gotta
shot.
be...
Here we go.
Why, Angel? Why are you doing this to them? Why are you doing this to them?
He saw Yumpy do it and was like, well, if Yumpy can do it, I can do it. So it must be the meta, you know? Yumpy's a great player! Okay.
Sorry?
I know that you can shoot on those ropes, but that might be the most audacious attempt I've ever seen. And now G2 have gone, okay, we've taken notes from the baddyG book of clutch rounds, and we've decided that we're going to try and take this one.
A confusing game, Tom. That's what I'm witnessing. It's a head scratcher at times. G2 are going to send themselves towards the B site, but look at this. FPX move up into heaven at just the right moment, but then G2 start to move back. They're going into B main. the push from FPX is, I mean, it's just seconds behind, but it's that little bit too late to really catch them. The res comes through. That's in B main. There's the information to play with now. FPX know that this flank that they timed almost perfectly and just lagged a few seconds behind. They know this flank is fruitful, that it's coming the right way. And there goes the breach. Meddo down. Information to play with. Showstopper. Oh, that's a kill guaranteed. The frags are going their way. The plant still not secured. Good frag, though. Hoodie opens. Oh, no! Through the box, nukkye is down. And he's got a plant. Hoodie's got to start this plant now or never. 10 seconds left. 2 players to take down. He's going in for it. A brave play and one that won't work out this time.
Rolling Thunder orbital strike combo. Like, it's about as deadly as it gets. I feel like you should be able to get yourself around almost off that ult alone, or at minimum a sight. Instead, though, it seems, at least in the initial stages, there's going to be some aggression towards mid from both teams.
Yep, this mid control going to be fought for sure. And, you know, it's strange to see FPX give it up so actively, but having a Cypher, this is a strategy we'll see much more often. Oh my.
It's great.
He's 5 HP. He's got 5 HP, but he's made it out. Just about. I mean, fantastic utility with everything going down to stop and slow and keep him in place, but 5 health. Meddo makes it out. He's going to go to Hoodie for a heal, I would imagine. But I see him still sat out here. Actually, he's in position for the Rolling Thunder. That's exactly why. And that's perfect because it catches the player inside. It forces the player to go out of the site. But here's the problem. As Zyppan leaves, SUYGETSU's still here. And they haven't dealt with him. He's good for the first. Caught by Hoodie. Well handled. Now they can plant.
Oh, just about. Still, Mixwell's going to be dropped. He was sort of the only man with any extra space other than the site, and in fact, they've realized that and opt to try and fight out from it. A chance for Angel, but he'll get nothing, and now the swing comes back. It's a lineup for Angel. All onto AvovA. 19 HP, and Shao is just waiting, making sure he's not giving away a headshot angle, and the problem is the time. He can even give that heal over. AvovA looking like he's going to try and fight for this. Might be a surprise with the timing. It's just a little bit off. They're now waiting for him to go for that plant, waiting for him to have to try and stick this, and in fact, they even have themselves a res as bait. And they shall be there to save his team.
FPX, other than maybe the last 5 minutes, like, this was an absolute disaster of a start to the map. Now we are somehow, some way equalized. G2 facing into a much stronger buy than they have. This could be FPX taking the lead and then just 2 rounds away from top seed.
I don't know. I feel like FPX have to keep us on edge the entire time. So someone's probably going to go down to a pistol in about 20 seconds or so, you know? Yeah, I was about to say, like, was it the last games of this, like 13-0, 13-4? Not in our case. Zyppan, though, he's had a real step up. Like, after, again, what was a quieter start for a lot of their players. SUYGETSU being the one at the top of the board. nukkye grabbed the rifle with a peak timing. It's so good. And Zyppan is just making sure that this time there's not going to be any craziness.
You know, in some of those moments, I almost feel like saying it's unlucky for some of these G2 players in those fights, but that really isn't the case. It's more a situation that FPX, they time things perfectly. When they go in for these fights, like the fact that Angel and Zyppan both peak on Heaven at exactly the same time, you see the absolute havoc that wreaks. How is he?
No craziness, I said.
400 credits he spent so far. Get out of here, man. I mean, the confidence that Mixwell can muster at sometimes. It's just...
In this round, it's looking like they might pick up the pace. No, it is not better. Well, nukkye, quick execution, already managing to find that opener. Shao has at least delayed them a little bit, and there is a wraparound looking to try and come in through the ropes, but nukkye is watching for that control of the flash, just doesn't catch him, looking to try and take this round into his own hands, and while I feel like the only man really in his way is Shao. I say that! It's a little bit of a spicy attempt. Now, they know where the last man is, and as you can see, the remaining players are just going to make a run all the way back. In fact, they're actually going to use the res here, really looking to make sure that there is no chance for Shao in this round whatsoever, and unfortunately being on the wrong side of the map, I'm unsure if it's even worth challenging for this one. I like this as well. They're going to go for the orb management, make sure that nukkye is close. In fact, there you go. They're actually going to give him the showstopper. It's nice to see that even in such crucial moments at this sort of, well, likely equalization of 11-11, there is going to be that orb management still there for G2?
Hopefully that's better. Hey, Tom.
Ah, much better. You're no
Fantastic.
longer a feature in the show, Mr. Robot.
Well, that's great. No, that was a voice changer. I was just kidding. I just heard
I feel
production
like
have a heart
Enrico
attack.
at some point is just gonna like backhand slap you, and you deserve it 100%. Like, I'll just say, Enrico, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Just heard production over mic. Just I hate you. Well, yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Luckily, while we're just messing around here, we got Shao on the other side of the map saving over, as we'd said. Wasn't really a whole bunch of chances for him.
Yeah.
For him, it's the weapon that he likes the most. Insane.
Here we go again. Same attempt. Quick pace push. Both players are behind. And Shao comes out on top, at least initially. Angel fighting back. 2 kills in quick succession. The one-way works out for a moment, but they do manage to bypass it. Still, though, they've got to get past Zyppan. Well, that was easy. First step done. Hoody! It's just going ham. 3 kills now for him, and it leaves SUYGETSU. A clutch situation. He does not know that the other player is still just waiting behind. He's tried to fake the drop, and he's made it all the way onto Hoody's position. But this man is just landing every single head.
You gotta deal with the consequences, the fallout of that. They're coming into this one.
Let's
They've
play.
got to put it all on the line here. Push for OT.
Well, Zilv, our observer, has told us he's getting flashbacks. What to, Zilv? Like, what could you possibly be getting flashbacks to?
I'm right. As I said before this game, Tom, 50 round. Give or take.
Yeah, well, if we're going to be here, it might as well be for some sort of record. Like, I don't want to be bottoming out at 44 again. That was embarrassing. I want at least 48. Now, Mixwell makes the wise decision, somehow, not to walk straight into the judge. And he's also left a little present behind. Here comes that execution. How is SUYGETSU alive? He's just kicked a rocket back, and whoa, instead, nukkye. Well, he's going to be bitter about that one.
He has to be. With 30 seconds on the clock, and the brakes have been pumped for a moment, but G2
30 seconds
pick it
left.
back up. They move it to the A side.
Angel's got his ult.
It's Angel, right? It's Angel's ult. It's Angel's op, though. This is what I'm staring at. We've already seen the damage it can have, and there's the opening. Already found Rolling Thunder right after. 20 seconds left. He's running down the clock for his teammates to rotate in. There's the shot. Spike down. 15 seconds up top.
Whoa.
Hello, Angel. Not gonna land it, but he stays alive and keeps taking heads. Great flash. The Mixwell might take him down, but he hasn't got enough to prevent OT. I'll tell you, it was a great game. All these PS1. Always remember. There's gonna be a molly in to slow this push from FPX, but they don't seem bothered. Not even slightly. They're moving straight in towards heaven.
Oh no, nukkye's been caught by the fadeaway nade, and well, it really is a fadeaway. The whole team's gone back. baddyG left lurking. Now they have still got Mixwell here, and he's got his traps set towards B. So they're going to have a lot of information. As long as he doesn't somehow go down in the middle of all of this, which, considering nobody is currently facing in that direction, it would be a huge shock if he did. And you can start to see that the remaining players of G2 are beginning to lean in that direction because of that exact reason.
Oh, Angel's going to pop that stun, and the push will come in shortly after, but they will be slowed down by a number of things. You've already got the drop coming in from Hoody, and he's able to catch the first, then Mixwell swing, but the flash stops him. Pumps the brakes on that play while Zyppan tries to work behind. They're checking it. They're holding it, but they've turned back. The timing is perfect. The window is there. First for Zyppan, but he won't get any more. The rest of the team needs to push out, needs to trade him out, and that TP brings Mixwell up top where he's able to... Oh, this is looking good for G2, but Shao, well, he might just be the savior FPX needed.
Baited. Trying to pull in AvovA, but he's not falling for it. In fact, he's got it almost spot on. It's going to have to be the reaction shot from Shao, but he now spots his opponent, and the swing is there! He's going to get himself the final frag.
Themselves back up, because this is where it matters on the attack side. The harder of the two to make it happen and to stop FPX from taking the crown here in EMEA. We're going to look at a mid-take again. G2 looking to apply the pressure quickly. And FPX, as usual, they back out. They concede it.
And the thing is, a lot of these slower takes really weren't working out too well, but nukkye seems to have come online. Not willing to give up that #1 seed, that extra bit of cash, and more importantly, the bragging rights of being the best in EMEA, something that I know G2 have been wanting more than anyone. The swing from Shao gets nothing other than the information that controller's been lost, but they don't necessarily play off of it just yet. In fact, a lot of utility being used up here, Mitch, by FPX to just try and delay them.
Yeah, running that clock down, but not that much really with 50 seconds still left. That's a great paranoia by baddyG. Good stun after it, keeps them locked here for a moment. The crossfire, well, it's not quite set up. Actually, look, G2 are moving back. They're going all the way around, Tom. This is a big switch up from them. They're still going to run into quite a number of players, though. They hope more have rotated out still. The fights start well with the opening in their favor. Shao going to try to stay alive, wrapping around and round the site, but eventually nukkye takes him down. There's the trade, but brought back into their favor convincingly. G2 have got this round in the bag, and they close it out to bring us to another OT. List of where it is on the map, but B main, time and time again, we've seen this guy get in there and take control and take those fights with the headhunter, with the operator. It doesn't seem this time, though, it's a very passive approach on B. Mixwell's not moving at all because it's an A push coming out of G2. They're caught by the cam. And what do they do from here? You know, you don't know if they're stacked up outside or if that cam is just watching their flank. So G2 decide instead they're going to rotate all the way around through the spawn and leave just one player up close to hold for, if that is in fact, you know, they think it's the flank being watched, but maybe it's going to be an A play. So AvovA's here to watch for that.
Oh, no.
Problem is, in his position, if he doesn't get a lot of kills, they're going to have a tough round. They haven't cleared him.
That's big. It's going to be a couple coming back with baddyG, taking that control on towards the side. You've got Meddo. He's actually going to stun through, and he gets one of them. Doesn't need to go for anything more. Doesn't need to take that risk. And although Shao is likely to guarantee them the plant, it's more interesting what Angel's going to be doing. Slowly taking back that space into heaven. He needs a big play here, and he's slowly getting surrounded in. The worry is actually that flank coming through from hoody instead, and he's going to have to isolate one of these duels quickly. First goes his way, but he's not expecting the second, and now Shao is left alone again, knowing he can't just sit back, knowing he can't just hold on to the site. He tries to find something and will get absolutely nothing. Solid retake coming out from G2. Fantastic play out from AvovA. And more importantly, they now have a chance to take us to the 5th and final map. Still have the paranoia for baddyG on the other side, but this looks like it's going to be something absurdly aggressive, just currently playing into mid. And on the other side, G2 have taken that little bit of extra control in towards B main early. There's no way they're expecting this operator, though, to be on that other side, to be available, especially onto Angel. It's something he pulled out a little bit, but only when they had the excess of cash. Again, small pieces of utility just being expended to try and delay the space, but G2 are more than happy to take things nice and slow. They'll probably get towards that A site once the wall begins to fade, and that's the thing. Right now, that's the piece of information that are keeping FPX confident that there's no one on this side of the map. Instead, though, as said, gonna start to fade as they look to actually challenge towards it. Mixwell, though, finding Angel is huge. Firstly, that operator's down, but more importantly, they now don't know if there's that information on the other side of the map. And as they try to make their move forward, sure, there's still a lot of utility to delay them, but they managed that wraparound. The only real issue is going to be baddyG.
30 seconds left.
Problem's starting to mount. He's got to show up. Shao's at least covering from afar. I don't know that they spotted him. No, they didn't. That's a big kill. But Shao still needs to be dealt with in towards the back of the site. Good connection, but through the wall, Zyppan will finish him off. 10 seconds left, but they've got the plant. They've got the space to do so. Nice nade. It's going to force him towards the elbow. They've caught one on the crossover. Not seen hoody just yet. And Zyppan deals with him. They know exactly where Meddo is. And they'll hold on a little bit longer. FPX aren't letting this one go, Tom. I wasn't kidding. We're going OT after OT. Let's keep it rolling. Last time, I remember, like I said in that BO5, last invitational over a year ago. It's the calls those pauses, at least in this series. I guess keeping themselves in check as we move throughout. We're jumping on into round number 29. Another OT for us to play on out. Attack side for FPX. Zyppan, well, he is really attacking. That's Angel gone to the nade, and this is starting to get a little bit spooky.
I have the spike.
Yeah, the classic slow paint shell combo, and flying boombot comes out. Oh, it's close. Suygетsu's lurk almost manages to make it work. Well, he might be slow, but it doesn't affect him in any other way. He can just sit within it. The trap not really playing its part and making their way onto the site. There's still a player waiting though. nukkye, he's not going to fall for it. Shao not going past just yet, and again, it comes down to a retake for G2.
Disappointing to end up here, I'm sure, but not the end of the world. baddyG getting up behind might be, though. Oh, he's not being checked and even sees nukkye. Heaven control is theirs. The walkout gets him spotted up. Mixwell
Gorgeous.
dealt with instantly. Meddo has it all to do. A 1v3 planted open for Heaven, and the first player proves to be too much. Just one round away, and it's a defensive side split round.
Yeah, one thing I learned from the other day is that side of the map is meaningless. After having a dominating defensive half from both teams, I think it was 9-3. We then saw 10 attacking rounds in a row, so I'm not going to hold my breath. Oh, Angel! There's been a couple of times today he's been caught out on a bit of a odd position. That one was for free. Trades back and forth. Zyppan as the last line of defense, but maybe that's all the defense they need. He's got the push through as well, and Zyppan is doing it all on his own. An escape needed from AvovA, and he'll dodge the showstopper. He'll make it back. Actually has the spike as well, so out of all the scenarios, there is a possibility. Now, the wall, again, is down on that A side of the map, but it will start to break. And, well, you bet your life he's going to shoot through it if there's still time left.
Yeah, it should be perfect right as he gets here. Starting to break up, and there you go. Just a few bullets needed on the way to the A site. I'll be one away from ulti as well, so you can even start to kind of skirmish. Look out for those. I think FPX, they're stuck together with glue at this point. You know, they do not want to go down in one kill and give him that orbital strike. Smoke down, he's been spotted. AvovA stuck in the elbow, blast pack through, and there's the peek from Zyppan.
Oh my
closing
God.
it out, not just in the round, but in the game. FPX take it 3-1. That is a statement. With all the bumps and bruises these guys have taken over the last couple